Welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Allison Barnett. Thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at the stories we have for you today. Some students are spending their fall break helping others in the Bell County community. The Bell-Whitley Community Action Agency has been partnering with UT's cross-student ministries for over a decade. Students were in Bell County on Friday building 6 wheelchair ramps for those in need. One of those houses was located in the East End Trailer Park in Middlesboro. UT provides all the materials and all the labor for the project. The partnership between Bell-Whitley and UT was spearheaded by the late Norman Cornelius. His son-in-law Brian Goods now leads the project. The road to a high school diploma in Kentucky just got a little more difficult. The Kentucky Board of Education unanimously approved new high school graduation requirements on Wednesday. The new measures will require students to complete the state science and social studies assessments. Students will also have to pass the state-mandated civics test, receive instruction in financial literacy, and demonstrate essential skills in technology. Students must also show foundational skills in reading and math on assessments. The new requirements will affect students graduating in the classes of 2023 and 2024. The new requirements will be subject to a 30-day public comment period that board officials say will likely begin on November 1st. A Union County jury found a man guilty for vehicular homicide on Wednesday. Thomas McLaughlin of Maynardville was ordered into immediate custody by criminal court judge Shane Sexton following the 2-day trial. McLaughlin will receive his final sentencing on February 4th. The case was investigated and prosecuted by Trooper John Capps and Sergeant Randall Massengill of the Tennessee Highway Patrol. District Attorney Jared Effler and Assistant District Attorney Tyler Hurst represented the state during the trial. Lincoln Memorial University welcomed a record number of students this fall. The university surpassed its previous record, now having 4,798 students enrolled. The undergraduate population was the most impressive, rising to 1,953 total rail splitters. LMU President Clayton Hess voiced his enthusiasm in the increased population of the university by stating, "This increase in enrollment is a reflection of the continued commitment by the administration, faculty, and staff at LMU to provide relevant and quality degree programs at the undergraduate, graduate, and professional levels." This news only affirms the university's continued success. Last month, LMU was cited by U.S. News and World Report as the #1 best value school among regional universities in the South. Gradual growth has been evident in the past decade, with total enrollment increasing by 50%. Now let's take a look at your community calendar of events coming up over the next couple of weeks. The town of Cumberland will be hosting a pumpkin carving contest. You can bring your own carved pumpkin to Festival Park by 6:00 p.m. on Monday, October 9th. First place will receive $50 plus a 1-hour dance party from the Pineapple Tea Room. The second place winner will receive $25 plus a $25 gift certificate from Gap Creek Coffee House. And third place will receive $25 plus a large specialty pizza from Angelo's in the Gap. All remaining participants are eligible for a chance to win one of 2 additional prizes of $25 each. Trick-or-treat hours on Halloween in the Gap will be held from 5 to 8 p.m. LMU's annual Celebrate Appalachia Festival, set for October 12th through the 13th, will showcase the beauty, history, and talent of the mountain culture. The festival will kick off on Friday, October 12th, with a bluegrass performance by Back Porch Grass at the Abraham Lincoln Library and Museum's Arnold Auditorium at 7 p.m. October 13th will feature numerous activities such as a beekeeping demonstration, nature walk and geo-coaching, and many more. Events, times, and locations can be found on Lincoln Memorial University's Facebook page. For more information on the festival, contact wanda.eldahan@lmunet.edu or call 423-869-6023. That was your community calendar. We're now moving on to your LMU Community TV News 5-day weather forecast. Fall is officially here, but the summer temperatures are sticking around a little while longer. To start your Saturday off, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 65 degrees. As the day progresses, the temperature will rise to 82 and some clouds will move in. Looking at your 3-day planner, Sunday will have a 40% chance of showers in the morning with a high of 84. Monday will have a 40% chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Moving to your 5-day, Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 82 and a 10% chance of rain. Wednesday will have a 50% chance of showers in the afternoon with a high of 80 degrees. Now is a quick overview of your 5-day forecast, but stay with us. It's coming up after the break. Brandon Burke will be bringing you your sports report right here on LMU Community TV News.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah. Really?
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shields, and I'm a physician and the medical director at LMU Medical Clinics. This is a brief announcement about keeping LMU and you healthy during the upcoming flu season. Influenza, or flu for short, is a virus that causes fever, body aches, and upper respiratory symptoms like cough, runny nose, and sore throat. It is transmitted through the air and can even be spread on objects touched by someone who has the flu. The virus spreads easily from person to person and is most active from October through March. There are 3 things you can do to prevent becoming ill with the flu. First, get vaccinated. The most effective way of preventing the flu is to get the flu vaccine every year. The vaccine does not give you the flu or make you sick. The vaccine may not be 100% effective, however, it does offer significant protection and lessen the symptoms should you get the flu. The CDC recommends everyone 6 months and older be vaccinated before the flu season begins. Number 2, wash your hands. Stop the spread of germs and protect yourself with frequent hand washing with soap or alcohol-based hand sanitizer. And third, if you are sick, stay home. Should you become ill with flu-like symptoms of fever, sore throat, cough, limit your contact with others. Schedule an appointment as soon as possible with LMU Medical Clinic or your healthcare provider. There are antivirals that may be indicated if started within 48 hours of symptoms. Stay home until you are fever-free for 24 hours without over-the-counter medications like Motrin or Tylenol. I'm Dr. Shields, and this has been a brief announcement about keeping LMU and you healthy during the upcoming flu season.
Welcome back. The Lincoln Memorial soccer teams rolled into Mars Hill, North Carolina on Wednesday evening for a South Atlantic Conference midweek doubleheader, looking to rebound from disappointing outcomes the previous Saturday against Anderson in Knoxville. In both instances, this came true for LMU, beginning with the Lady Rail Splitters' 5-0 thrashing over the Lions to get back even at 2-2 in SAC play. On a mission to put last Saturday's overtime loss to the Trojans behind them, Lincoln Memorial was unstoppable on the offensive end against Mars Hill, scoring a season-high 5 goals while staying persistent on the defensive side of the field, achieving their 5th shutout of 2018 already. The defense did hold strong over the Lions, although they weren't called upon often due to the Lady Rail Splitters' dominance in time of possession and total shot opportunities, a 24-5 distinction there next to a 15-2 advantage in shot on goal tries. This total offensive control led to 5 LMU scores, the first of which came from a first-time scorer in the 18th minute. Freshman defender/midfielder Daisy Drake notching her first goal when representing the blue and gray. The team's scoring leader, Jessica Crivero, made her presence felt in minute number 24 on Wednesday, giving Lincoln Memorial a 2-0 halftime advantage after converting her 9th score of the season on an assist from Itzel Ballesteros. Speaking of Ballesteros, the junior college transfer wasn't content with just one assist, as the Los Angeles native poured in the next 2 LMU scores across the second half in minutes 49 and 66, her 5th and 6th goals of the year. Mariana Diaz and Crivero credited with the assists. Freshman defender Lauren Wood polished off the 5-goal victory in the 69th minute after a helper from Rachel Taylor, and after moving to 15-4 in the all-time series with Mars Hill, along with an 8-2 record on the road, the Lady Railsplitters pushed to 6-3 overall, with 5 of those 6 wins coming in shutout form. Continuing their long stretch of South Atlantic Conference matches with momentum regained this Saturday marks arguably the biggest one as the Wingate Bulldogs make the trip to Harrogate over the weekend for a 1 p.m. first touch. LMU looking to snap a 12-game losing streak to their SAC foe that dates back to 2008. After wiping the floor with Mars Hill on Wednesday, Lincoln Memorial looks primed and ready for what's sure to be their toughest test of the entire season thus far. And the Railsplitter men's soccer squad, they took care of business as well earlier this week, duplicating the ladies' shutout result over the Lions on the road by getting back into the win column thanks to a 2-0 victory. It was a similar stat line to that of the women's match beforehand in the sense that Lincoln Memorial stayed on the offensive side of the field for the majority of the evening, reaching a 22-8 shot advantage over the Lions in addition to a 10-4 shot on goal distinction. LMU secured enough chances at the net to tally a 2-goal W, and coincidentally, both of the Railsplitters' strikes came courtesy of 2 first-time scorers this season, midfielder Edwin Voss getting the blue and gray on the board in minute number 39 off an assist by Victor Perez to open up the scoring. Riding that 1-0 lead into intermission, Lincoln Memorial thwarted what few chances Mars Hill had at providing the equalizer, then putting the icing on the cake for the win as another freshman, Rodrigo Aguiar, made it 2-0 LMU with just 4 seconds remaining in regulation, assisted by Miguel Reyes. After giving up 2 consecutive goals to Anderson last weekend in what turned out to be a double overtime tie on a neutral field, the Railsplitters ensured that no such occurrence would happen again on Wednesday, improving to 4-2-2 as a whole this season with a 2-1-1 SAC resume. More good news came for both LMU soccer teams on Thursday evening with the announcement that both units earned a United Soccer Coaches Team Academic Award for their performance in the classroom last season, one of only 192 institutions with both genders represented, doing so for the 13th year in a row. Transitioning back to the playing field, however, the Wingate Bulldogs are up next for Lincoln Memorial this Saturday from Harrogate, the first home match for the Splitters in 17 days after 4 meetings on the road or at a neutral site. Hoping to end a 6-game losing slide to the Bulldogs that dates back to 2011 and looking for revenge over the team that bumped LMU out of the SAC tournament in the semifinals a year ago, the first touch will commence at approximately 3:30 on Saturday following the conclusion of the women's match beforehand. For all the score updates you need in a massive conference showdown against Wingate, you can head over to LMURailsplitters.com. It's been a long 7 days for the LMU Women's Volleyball Club, and after spending this past week correcting their mistakes from an 0-2 weekend at Mars Hill and Lenore-Rhine the last time they hit the court, another key 48-hour SAC slate awaits the Lady Railsplitters on Friday and Saturday, the Coker Cobras and the 11-time conference champion Wingate Bulldogs visiting the Mary Mars Gymnasium. Just over a month into the 2018 campaign, Lincoln Memorial has been electric in Harrogate with a perfect 7-0 record when playing in front of the LMU faithful. It's been the opposite result almost entirely when facing opposition away from home, a 1-5 record on such occasions, leading to a 4-3 conference resume that has dwindled since a 3-0 start. The Lady Railsplitters have come up on the losing end of 3 matches out of their last 4, but will hope to get back on track this Friday at 7 p.m. battling Coker, who has struggled mightily this year. The Cobras, while at 8-7 overall, have been horrendous in SAC outings, winless at 0-6, having lost 4 straight and 6 of their last 7. Visiting one of the toughest places to play in the South Atlantic Conference, Coker will be searching for their first win in 28 days, and the all-time series history doesn't favor the Cobras. LMU leads said head-to-head series 9-1, with 6 of those wins coming in straight sets, although splitting the 2 matches in 2017. Wingate is an entirely different story, entering the weekend as one of the most feared programs in NCAA Division II. The Bulldogs' resume speaks for itself: 14-0 overall, 7-0 in conference play, and 9 victories that came in 3-0 sweeps, having won 42 of their 48 sets thus far. Ranking 6th in the nation in kills per set, 4th in assists per set, 10th in hitting percentage, and 2nd in hitting percentage against, Wingate is elite at just about every level of the game and in the all-time series history with LMU. Out of the 26 meetings between Lincoln Memorial and the Bulldogs, Wingate has won 25 of them. The only Lady Rail Splitter win coming in 2016 as LMU tries to slay the beast on Saturday for a 2 p.m. opening serve. Both matches this weekend will be broadcasted by the LMU Sports Network through LMURailsplitters.com as another crucial 2-day stretch awaits Lincoln Memorial. And just 3 weeks away from perhaps the most highly anticipated season across the board in LMU athletics, the Lady Rail Splitter bowling team recently conducted their first practice of the fall and have been recognized by the National 10-Pin Coaches Association with their highest ever ranking in the preseason poll. Lincoln Memorial enters their 3rd season of existence ranked number 14 in the country across all 3 levels of the NCAA, and just in case you're wondering, that's 2nd among schools at the Division II and III levels, only behind McKendree University, who was last season's national runner-up. The reason for all the preseason hype surrounding Lincoln Memorial is due to their astonishing 2nd go-around last fall and spring, seeing the Lady Rail Splitters reach the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament in St. Louis, Missouri, winning the East Coast Conference Tournament Championship by a landslide en route to winning their first NCAA tourney match over Texas Southern from Hillcrest Lanes in Harrogate. With all but one contributor from that team returning in 2018 through 19, Lincoln Memorial has garnered high praise by the NTCA in regards to their 14th place preseason placement, receiving 550 adjusted points, 46 points better than the nearest Division II school, Adelphi. With the official start of the fall season scheduled for October 26th in Fairview Heights, Illinois for the Bearcat Classic, LMU is chomping at the bits to begin what's sure to be a highlight reel season. Further details on everything Rail Splitter athletics related can be found throughout the entire calendar year once more at www.lmurailsplitters.com. Week 6 of the 2018 NCAA football season is on the horizon, and after getting tossed around a bit by the 2nd-ranked Georgia Bulldogs in Athens, the Tennessee Volunteers will take this Saturday off at 2-3, now with an 11-game Southeastern Conference losing streak, gearing up for Week 7's tough road trip to Auburn in the middle of a mammoth schedule. While the Vols take a rest, the Kentucky Wildcats will venture into uncharted territory with their 3-game homestand now in the rearview mirror. 13th-ranked and unbeaten UK visits College Station on Saturday to meet the Texas A&M Aggies and first-year head coach Jimbo Fisher. The Wildcats have seemingly done it all already this year, holding down a 5-0 record, halting a 30-plus year losing streak to Florida in the Swamp, and bullying then 14th-ranked Mississippi State and South Carolina in their last 2 contests. A win over Texas A&M on Saturday would mean Kentucky's best start to a season since 1950, and it was in that same decade that marked the only 2 previous games that the Wildcats have ever had with the Aggies up until this point. A 10-7 UK win in 1952 and a 7-6 A&M W the next season is all that reads in the series history this weekend, marking the first game between the 2 since the Aggies joined the SEC in 2012. Standing at the top of the league's Eastern Division with UGA at 3-0 in conference outings, Kentucky will look to shock the world once more when they face Texas A&M at 7 p.m. televised on ESPN. The Aggies' only 2 losses this season came at the hands of Clemson and Alabama, who are number 4 and number 1 in the nation respectively, so get ready for plenty of fireworks from College Station this Saturday while Tennessee takes the night off. And there's only 7 more races left in the 2018 NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series, and as the playoff chase intensifies with each passing event, drivers will head to Dover, Delaware this Sunday for the Gander Outdoors 400 from the Dover International Speedway. At the Bank of America Roval 400 last weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina, Ryan Blaney crossed the checkered flag first as the victor, leaping all the way to 3rd in the latest chase standings, only trailing Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Truex Jr. are the bottom 2 drivers in the Chase's top 5, awaiting this Sunday's green flag at Dover, while Clint Boyer, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson round out the top 10. Drivers will start their engines for the Gander Outdoors 400 at 2 p.m. at the conclusion of the weekend, and you can catch the action on Sunday on television through NBC Sports Network. And that is all for sports heading into another loaded fall weekend. But stay tuned as more LMU Community TV news is on the way right after this.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't have another bad day.
I really hope I don't have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
One in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Thanks for watching LMU Community TV News. I'm Allison Barnett, and have a great weekend, everyone.